Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in for today's YouTube live video. I'm Alexandra with MDPen. As you can see, I have on a headband today and no makeup. I wanted to go over my AM and PM skincare routine with you guys, which I think could be similar to most esthetician skincare. And I've been talking a lot this month about practicing what you preach as a esthetician or a medical provider. And I wanted to go over a little bit of what I do, what I would recommend to my clients and patients as well. I have become more of a minimalist when it comes to skincare in the last few years. My skin in general tends to be oily. And although a lot of people don't consider sensitive a skin type, I would say sensitive would be someone that has a lot of skin allergies, which I do have. But in most cases, people that say they have sensitive skin actually have compromised skin. And I do fall into that category. So I've been trying to get back my barrier, kind of like restore it. I think for many years, even though I was, working for plastic surgeons and dermatologists, I was just doing too much. And I think that was common before. I think we've realized that sometimes less is better in recent years, but I did do a lot of peels and whatnot to my skin. So I've really taken a step back and, like I said, become more of a minimalist with my skincare routine. So you'll kind of see that as a reflection in my skincare regimen. But I would say, yes, I'm oily sensitive. So here we go. First thing, of course, I cleanse twice a day. I am a double cleanser. And as I tell all of you, especially those of you that are MDPen providers, our cleanser does suds up without water. And you can definitely apply it, on the skin. I just put a little bit on the back of my hand here just so you guys can see. And that foaming might be kind of hard to see with the light there, but it does suds up on its own, and you can use it directly over your eyes. With your face, you should only use your fingertips to wash your face in most instances. There are, of course, rotary brushes and things like this you can use. When those first, were really popular 10 years ago, people were using them like twice a day. I think now people only use them a few times a week. I don't use one at all anymore. What I will use sometimes are this cloth. It's not a washcloth. It's actually something that can take off your makeup without water. However, I actually will wet mine sometimes, and this stops me from ever using like a washcloth or anything harsh on my face. And this dry actually will take off eye makeup when you use it. So oftentimes I will use my cleanse in the morning. In the morning, I don't do a double cleanse because I've only gone to bed with what's on my face. I don't have a lot of makeup on to take off or anything like that. So in the morning, I don't double cleanse. In the evening, I will. So, someone just asked, is double cleansing required? So not always. It's really a personal preference and a matter of knowing what's on your skin. So if you know that you have a lot of makeup on, like perhaps in the evening, that's a time when you would do a double cleanse. If it's the morning and you maybe just slept with a serum and your retinol on, then no, you wouldn't necessarily need a double cleanse. And one thing about MDPen's Hydrating Cleanser, guys, which is what I use in the morning, this cleanser is hydrating and it's also gel based. So if you do have oily skin like myself and you like that squeaky clean feeling, you still get that with this cleanser because it is gel based. And this one is marigold, chamomile, HA, snow mushroom, about as sensitive as it gets, so it cannot damage your skin. I've used it on open skin. I've used it when I'm recovering from peels. It never burns, nothing like that. So in the morning, I would cleanse with that. If I wanted to, like I said, I could use my cloth and just kind of get the residual bit off. The first thing I use is not a toner. My skin is pretty well balanced based on the skincare that I use. And with toners, I really have to avoid anything with witch hazel or alcohol. And in most instances, I don't use a toner. It left my regimen a long time ago. But what I do first is my vitamin C serum, which is going to be MDPen's vitamin C and E serum. Right here, our Brightening Serum. And I'll show you guys what it looks like here. So you've got a dropper. You really only need about 4, especially if you're oily. Unless you want to use it on your neck as well, then you might need a little bit more. I will be honest, if you're oily and you use MDPen products, you may have to use a different vitamin C, come those really warmer months where we can sweat even more. So come July, August, September, I may have to switch my vitamin C just because this one is a little bit more oil based. But this is probably the only product in the MDPen skincare line that people with oily skin might have a little bit of difficulty using. If you have normal or dry skin, you will love this product year round. Absolutely. So whichever vitamin C I'm using, depending on like the time of the year. I live in Florida and I'm oily. So again, come July, August, September, I may have to use a different vitamin C. And you can just kind of, pat your serum on that way. Apply your vitamin C. That's going to give you your environmental protection, UV protection. It's got the green tea licorice in it. It's going to help with lightening, brightening, any dark spots on the skin as well. After that, I love MDPen's Tighten and Lift Serum. And if you are oily, men tend to like this product as well. This one is going to be a very light way to get your alpha hydroxy acids in. This has a little bit of lactic acid in it. It has sweet almond and oat kernel. And with this one, I actually get it near my eyes and I will tap it. So you can really put it too on areas that you want to tighten and lift. So if you're big into like using a gua sha or lifting your jawline, you can use it there. I use this serum all over as like a moisturizer. So absolutely love Tighten and Lift. After this, even though I am oily, I can use our cream-based product, which is our Revita Peptide Moisture Cream. And this is what I put on next. I only do about 2 pumps of it. And I apply it kind of like a retinol, a little bit everywhere. And you want to use this on your neck too, because it is a neck cream. And it does have a growth factor in it specific for the neck. I see someone asking, do you have to moisturize even if you have oily skin? Yes, you do. And the reasoning behind this is your skin will overproduce oil if you're not giving it enough hydration. And if you're like myself, you might have a compromised skin barrier with oily skin. So you do want to use a moisturizer. I have not experienced any issues with our Revita Peptide. Like I said, it is a cream-based moisturizer. And it has not given me any type of breakouts at all. Again, you can see how sensitive I am. I'm like red just from touching my skin. I am taking an antihistamine lately too because my allergies have been a little bit crazy. So I've applied my Revita Peptide Moisture Cream. What I like to do next is use our Copper HA Mist. And even though the Revita Peptide just had, hyaluronic in it, hibiscus, this one, it has amino acids, it has peptides, shea butter, squalane, huge on hydration with the Revita Peptide. But I do like to use the HA Copper Mist just to lock everything in place that I've just used. Some of you may like to use this in place of a toner. Some of you may like to use this to set your makeup. I'm not wearing much makeup these days, so I've just started using it as a way to lock in my skincare regimen. And you don't hold it super close. Close your eyes, close your mouth. Don't need to cover anything up. And just mist it that way. I see a question here. Should I exfoliate every day? Depends on your skin. If your skin is dry, if your skin is compromised, then no, you don't. However, if you're on a great routine, you're tolerating using a retinol every night, things like this, the retinol is an exfoliant. So you are exfoliating. So just to say again what I've done, I have used the MDPen Hydrating Cleanser AM. I've used 4 drops of our vitamin C Brightening Serum. I have used Tighten and Lift Serum, and I have used our Revita Peptide Moisture Cream. My sunscreen is last. MDPen's Broad Spectrum SPF 30. This is going to give me more antioxidants. It's going to give me UVA and UVB protection as well. Physical and chemical sunscreens. Sunscreens are based on preference. I like ours. It's lotion based. It leaves no powdery residue on my skin. And I really have to get a lot around under my eyes. I don't have a lot of issues with hyperpigmentation, but when I do, it can definitely happen there. Super light, rubs in really well. And the only thing I would put on after this is actually my pigment-free mineral powder. It's a triple milled zinc oxide. I won't say the brand on here, but it's sold often by plastic surgeons, dermatologists, med spas, really easy to find. It's also going to give me a little bit extra SPF because, like I said, it is that triple milled. It's been around for years. Awesome brand. And I basically use it just to, again, for like oil control, shine control, things like this. So when evening comes around and it's time for me to go in again, I'll probably have mascara on, I'll have that on, and you need to take off everything, you know, you've been around during the day. Chances are you have dirt, chances are you have oil, everything. You have to wash your face at night. It is so important no matter what you've done, even if you're not wearing makeup. I see a question, should you reapply sunscreen throughout the day? The general answer is yes. If it's 9 to 5 and you're inside an office and you're not really near like a window all day, then technically it's not the end of the world if you don't keep reapplying your sunscreen and you haven't left, nothing like this. In most cases, if you can, that's great. You would have to carry, you know, one around with you. And, you know, to be honest, no one is taking the time on their everyday, daily, you know, to reapply a cream-based sunscreen. There's also great mineral makeups, like I said, on the market that come in the form of a brush, a powder. Any way you can, you may need to carry a sunscreen stick with you, but I mean, our SPF, it is, you know, just 1 ounce. So you definitely can reapply it throughout the day. Sometimes, you know, especially women that have makeup on, it's, again, you may want to get one of those powder based because chances are you're not going to put a SPF lotion over your facial makeup. So let's be real. If you do go to the gym, if you do cleanse your face in the middle of the day, then absolutely you can reapply that sunscreen. If you are outside, outdoors, you know, doing something in the sun at the park, pool, beach, absolutely you have to reapply every 80 minutes. So let's get into the evening routine, guys. I do use this cleanser to remove my eye makeup. In the evening, I do a double cleanse. So I will use MDPen's Hydrating Cleanser to my whole face. I will use it right on the pads of my fingers, go directly over my eyes. And that is my first cleanse. Again, I can, you know, use this if I need to. My second cleanse, I will either use a foam-based cleanser that I like, which is just foamy. And I put this right on, and it's usually right over it. And this one you can actually let sit a couple minutes before you take it off. You can cleanse your face for a few minutes. It doesn't have to be like, especially if you kind of enjoy it. So you can do this. These are really handy. A few times a week, and I'm a cleanser junkie. I won't tell you guys our hydrating cleanser is the only cleanser I use. When I'm post-recovery, absolutely, it's the only cleanser I use. But in the evening, I am someone who I do like to double cleanse. And if you saw my bathroom, you'd see all the different cleansers that I have. This is a enzyme cleanser from a medical grade company I like to use. And I'll use this one probably like 3 times a week. It has papaya in it. A little bit of glycolic. in there as well. And I will use that, you know, very lightly. It's something I used to use every day, but like I said, I've realized I have a compromised skin barrier, so it's not happening as often. So usually it's the foam-based cleanser after our MDPen hydrating cleanser. So after that, my evening routine isn't that complicated. I do use our Tighten and Lift Serum again. And this one has the green tea, the little bit of lactic acid, the oat kernel, the sweet almond. And I will put this on. Again, I get it near my eyes, wherever I need it. I don't have to use a lot of this in the evening because I am going to use my Revita Peptide again, and I'm also going to use my Retinol, which has a lot of ceramides in it. So I've put that on. The next thing I actually do is use our Human Dry Growth Factor gel. And I really like to spot treat with this. I'll also use it around my eyes. And sometimes just to pamper myself too, I'll wear it like as a mask in the evening if I'm just kind of sitting around and want something gentle for my skin. So I have like a little, and I'll put it on, you know, my whole face. Estheticians like to pamper ourselves too. So oftentimes, you know, at night, maybe we'll use, you know, snow globes, use some ice on our face. I have a mask. If I like want to take a nap or something, lay down, I can use this. But I will use this around my eyes and just to like spot treat. Again, this is our growth factor gel, and you can get it like really close. You can get it on your upper lids. It is safe to use there. And unless you have like really heavy dark circles, you can use this as an eye product. And as most of you know, this is a pricier product within skin lines. So even though it's pricey, the great thing is that it can often replace your need for an eye cream. Days that I do need something a little bit more caffeinated, I have one that I'll use, and I'll just use it right underneath there. But again, I've got my Tighten and Lift on, which has the green tea. So usually that's enough for me. I don't have any like major dark circles. So after that, I go in with my MDPen Radiant Retinol Balancing Complex. And I'm a 1% girl most of the time. I started out, this is our newest product. When we first received it, I was doing the 0.5 just because I honestly hadn't been using a retinol for a while because, again, the compromised skin barrier. And after I finished the bottle, the 0.1%, I've now gone up to the 1%. Again, and this is a single pump I've done. So this is how dermatologists tell you to apply, usually here, here, here. And you can see I still have so much left. So let me get it down here. So this one is perfect for me since I have oily skin and I'm also trying to repair my skin barrier. This one has pre and probiotics in it, niacinamide. I actually look less shiny once I have it on. And again, you can apply this everywhere. I love Revita Peptide, so I have to use it again. I use it in the evening. Biopeptide blend, amino acids, shea butter, squalane, HA. And of course, my neck. And it does have those growth factors in it for the neck as well. And that is my evening routine. Again, I've double cleansed. I applied a little bit of Tighten and Lift. I applied our Human Dry Growth Factor gel to, I guess, anti-aging areas. So I used it around my nasolabial folds. I used it here. I used it on the upper lids, brow bone, a little bit on the glabella there. And then I went in with retinol to full face, pea-size amount, followed by Revita Peptide. And technically I could do my copper HA mist again if I wanted to. Here's a new question. What kind of skincare beauty tools do you use most often? Again, by the time it's the evening, I'm sometimes so tired, but I will sometimes sit on the couch with snow globes. If I see something and I feel like I need to clean my skin out a little bit, I do have this, which I don't really recommend using at home unless you are an esthetician, but it's an ultrasonic scrubber. And you can use this to cleanse the skin, also to do extractions on the skin, and it will push out any congestion that I have. I don't really get any large hormonal breakouts, nothing like that. And I'm being totally transparent with you guys. When I do get a breakout, I actually use a 10% benzoyl peroxide spot treatment that I got on Amazon. And I actually really like this brand. It's like just an Amazon brand, but it's a 10% benzoyl peroxide. And I will only treat the one area to spot treat with that. I really try to avoid using it because, again, I am trying to get my barrier restored and whatnot. And this is really a regimen for an esthetician who's oily or, whatever, compromised skin barrier. And the cool thing is, too, if you have a compromised skin barrier, we'll be coming out soon with a barrier repair kit. It'll be awesome. I'm sure I'll do a video on it in the near future. And you'll see a lot of these products that I went over offered in the kit. Right now, we're offering our Summer Sun Kit, which is amazing. And of course, sun, it's going to have our SPF 30 in it. It's going to have your environmental sun protection, our CE Brightening Serum. And again, talking about barrier repair, being in the sun all day, it's going to have the 1 ounce size of our Human Derived Growth Factor gel in the 1 ounce size. So you'll have your CE, your 1 ounce gel, and your SPF. And it's also going to have the MDPen SPF lip balm in there and a cute little cosmetic bag. It is discounted, so you're saving money. You're not being charged for the bag. You're not being charged for the lip balm at all. And depending if you're buying it as a professional or retail, it will reflect that in the discount. If you're interested in any of the products I've gone over in this video, if you just want to look around on our website, here's a 10% off code for you guys. It's AMPM10, and that will be good for 48 hours if you do want to go shopping. I see a question here. Can you use the Human Derived Growth Factor gel every night? Yes, I absolutely recommend using it every night. Even if you do use Revita Peptide, yes, Revita Peptide has growth factors in it. Yes, it's amazing. Yes, it's probably my favorite skincare product from our line. However, the amount of growth factors in the gel, it's sorry, that's the cleanser there, guys, in the gel is way more than the Revita Peptide, and it's serving a completely different purpose. So whether you're using it for your acne scarring, for your large pores, for your fine lines, for your wrinkles, for your compromised skin barrier, for your eyes, anti-aging on the eyes, there's always going to be a reason to use the growth factor gel. And you can wear it nightly. Just apply a thin layer. You can also wear it as a mask, 15 to 20 minutes. For those of you that are having microneedling services done, you may already have things like the human growth factor gel handy. The HA copper mist you should definitely have from your microneedling post care. I myself use the Tighten and Lift more than I use our pure HA serum, but you may have the pure HA serum and you may like using that every day, perhaps opposed to Tighten and Lift. There's that link, guys, to the Summer Sun Kit. Let me go ahead and put that up on the screen. Again, this kit is already discounted, so you don't need this code. You can go ahead and look for that on the website. Really cute little kit. It's going to be good year round. We just called it Summer Sun Kit. So definitely look into using that. This is the last video for the month of May. I'm super excited about June. There's going to be a lot more going on in June. We'll be talking a lot to acupuncturists, talking about microneedling used with acupuncture. We'll have multiple special guests during the month of June, which will be great. So it won't just be me. You'll have other people on there. And I'm really looking forward to it, guys. And I will see you next week for YouTube Live at 10 a.m. Eastern on Tuesday. Bye, guys.